Hello everyone, Bill Parish here from GTT Audio, and welcome to the channel today. Well, first and foremost, Happy New Year, Happy 2023. I hope you got through the holidays okay, and you're ready to hit it hard for the new year. I know I certainly am. I'm well rested and very energetic and happy to be entering 2023. We just finished up on a great year. 2022 was great, and thank you all the viewers and clients for just making 2022 an amazing year. So we're going to try to keep this short, but I know a few of you are anticipating something I teased last episode about a couple big announcements. But first and foremost, let's just talk about just a little recap about we added the Apple TV X last year, and I truly believe we have the finest video streaming device on the market today. More than that, we've got the finest HDMI video source on the market today. I look for more reviewers and more press on that. The sales were phenomenal. I know it's going to be a great product in 2023. So big shout out to Chris Stevens for developing something that is just absolutely amazing. I mean, AudioNet and Kronos Audio was wonderful last year. I touched on, both I said I gave Kronos Audio his RS, Discovery RS and Chronoscope RS. In my opinion, that was the product of the year in 2022. And a very close second. In fact, I'd even say co-products of the year was Chris Stevens' Apple TV X. Phenomenal. Mola did wonderful last year. The Tambaki, we continue to get firmware updates. We're now catching up. We've got availability still in January, so I'm ordering plenty. They're making plenty, and finally we're ahead of the curve on Mola. And the Kula is also just a phenomenal product. That's where you can it's all their products in one, right? It's the Phono Stage, it's the Tambaki, it's the Makua, and it's the Kalugas, all in a single box. That is one hell of an integrated amplifier. Last year we picked up TLA, True Life Audio, announced that and was appointed their distributor in August. And that, I think we're sitting with the finest tube electronics out there with TLA, and I feel that way on the solid state side with AudioNet and Mola. So, I mean, we've got a line card that is second to none. We really do. I mean, if you look at what we represent on the retail side, what we're doing on the distribution side, there's no one's got a lineup like GTT. So, two big announcements. First and foremost, we're going to be adding to our distribution side. We are the U.S. importer of Vivid Audio. Vivid Audio is going to be so fun. It's such an incredible speaker. All my YG customers, don't freak out. We're not doing anything with YG. We're still representing YG on a retail side. We love YG. YG is an all in-house speaker, and so is Vivid Audio. The two, from a manufacturing standpoint, are quite similar. In fact, they both, it's like AudioNet and TLA. I mean, you can have, there's more I could get into, and I want to save it for another episode. But I would say both of these have that fool you, I am there type of sound when properly driven and properly set up. They go about it different ways. But Vivid Audio is something that has been around for 22 years and sort of around the US, but maybe not ever represented properly. And we're going to make some noise with it. We're going to make a lot of noise with Vivid Audio. They're just phenomenal speakers with a phenomenal designer and CEO. These people really get it, really get it. Everything is done in-house. Now, I could talk about this for hours. I can get into some real in-depth discussions, and that'll probably come, not probably, will definitely come over the next year. But why don't I play this video for you, and why don't you hear it directly from the mouth of designer Lawrence Dickey and CEO Philip Gutentag. Here you go.
Vivid Audio is primarily an engineering-led company. We don't make statements in industrial design, but they are statements in acoustic design. We like to believe that we produce loudspeakers which are as free as possible from what I would dub a sonic signature. And that it's quite possible that when some people first hear a Vivid Audio product, they actually think that something's missing. Well, that's actually true. Something is missing. That's a mid-range coloration that they've probably become used to. Vivid's origins go back really to the period immediately following the creation of the Nautilus loudspeaker. So I spent some time working on magnet design using finite element analysis, and we ended up with a set of drivers which really were appreciably better in performance terms, but at that time I really intended to put them into a studio monitor. I was put in touch with Philip Gutentag in South Africa. Now, Philip and a friend of his were interested in starting a domestic loudspeaker company and really had very similar philosophies in terms of what they felt to be an ideal loudspeaker. It was only natural that we should work together. And as I said at the outset, we aim to produce the clearest possible window on the original performance, and I'd like to believe that we've achieved that.
When Lawrence Dickey came over to meet us and we had this idea of building this magnificent loudspeaker, we were on the same page. He had exactly the same philosophies as we had. And so we got on very well together, and we're all in the same boat in that we wanted to do the best we could. We weren't going to build something that was just okay. There are very few companies that really do their best and are able to because they have the expertise to achieve those levels. We had the expertise because we had Lawrence Dickey. And so he led us in the research that we needed to do to finalize these designs. And we certainly didn't prevent him, as is today. We certainly don't truncate that process by saying we only have so much time or we only have so much money. You know, if Lawrence Dickey wants to pursue a certain project, he pursues that project, and it takes as long as it takes, and it costs as much as it costs. And that is one of the secret sauce ingredients of the Vivid Audio loudspeakers. We don't truncate the R&D process. So what Lawrence Dickey decides and his team decides is best for a particular product is what goes into that product. And we see so many of our competitors that have great research and development teams, and yet when the research and development team has prescribed a certain design, the actual design that reaches the market is very different for mainly financial reasons. That doesn't happen in Vivid Audio. We don't truncate the engineering design process at all. Because of the shape of our loudspeakers, it's very difficult to automate this process. So everything is handmade. So we make everything in-house, including the cones and the domes and the surrounds nowadays as well. And what that allows us is to have absolute control on the quality of the final product. It's expensive, but it's for us, it's the best way to make a low volume, high quality product, is to control every facet of the manufacturing.
Well, that's an impressive video, if I say so myself. I mean, I think you guys are going to want to go back and watch it and rewatch it. It's pretty impressive. Their facility. We'll share more of that facility with you in the coming year. But today's just about an announcement. So Vivid Audio is announcement number 1. And now announcement number 2. Dick Diamond, industry veteran, is going to be joining me at GTT Audio. This is going to be extremely exciting. Dick is known as the nicest guy in the industry, and he's also the absolute best at what he does. Dick joined the industry, got into high-end audio in 1985. He's done everything. He's worked at retail, owned a high-end audio store, worked as a reviewer, wrote many articles. He was the head of sales for Kimber Cable for 8 years. He's been the director of sales and marketing at YG Acoustics for 15 years. And now there's a new chapter in his life, and mine as well. This is going to be great, bringing Dick on. He's also an accomplished musician. Many people don't know that. But Dick is going to take our 6 lines, Apple TV, AudioNet, Kronos Audio, Moa, TLA, and Vivid Audio, and put them in dealers nationwide. So when that person in Southern California can't hear a Moa DAC, well, Dick's going to make sure that a dealer down there is representing it. Or when someone in San Francisco wants to hear some Vivid Audio speakers, well, we're gonna get them in a dealer out there. Or if down in Texas, TLA, someone wants some tube equipment down there and wants the best of the best, Dick will be in charge of that. So Dick is going to head up the wholesale dealer sales. I'll continue working with you on a retail basis. We'll be doing shows, doing pop-up listening nights. It's going to be a whole lot of fun this year. With that said, I'll get out of here, let you get at it, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Thanks.